That's that intro music when you don't have intro music. Boom, 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 boom. But you won 4 games in a row. Boom, boom, boom. When you sitting on top of the NFC East, you can start your show however you want to. Do y'all understand what I'm just sitting out here in first place? That's what I'm doing. What's up, fam? It's your boy CJ Richardson. Welcome to another edition of We Talk Sports. From a first place perspective. I'm just sitting out here in first place. I've been doing it all along, but now I'm just rubbing it in, boy. I know just by this hat alone, I've ticked off at least 73,897 haters just in that 1 second. But tonight, man, look, we got some special guests coming on tonight, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the NFC East. We're going to talk about sports, and you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have a good time. So without further ado, I'm just going to introduce my panel to you guys. First of all, the guy coming up, that's my homie, partner in crime. Pretty much every show I'm on, I bring him on because he bring that heat to you, and he gives you his own perspective. Hey, without further ado, let's give it up for my man, Rodney Jones.
What's going on, CJ?
What up, fam? How you been, man? How does it feel? How does it feel to be in first place? I just want to ask all my guests that tonight. How does it feel?
What Rick Flair said? Woo! It feels good.
I like that, Rodney. I like that, Rodney. Got people chiming in. We got Shadow, we got India, Keith, Evelyn, Malcolm, Henry. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all chiming in. This show is interactive. We it's called the People Show, actually. We appreciate your input on the topics that we discuss. Also, if you have a topic, let us know and we'll get to that as well. All right. So we like lots of input. All right. Next, bringing up, I always ask the females to come on the show, man, because women talk sports. They know sports. So I had to go through the Rolodex. I went all up and down the East Coast, couldn't find nobody. I went out Midwest. That wasn't far enough. So I had to go all the way to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. And I got my girl Monique. She's gonna sit in with us tonight. We gonna talk sports. Y'all start clapping right now. Monique. What's up, Mo? How you doing out there?
I'm doing real good. Just sipping on some of that first place yak you were sipping on the other night.
I know, that's right. And this guy during a little after dinner time over there on the West Coast. What's popping out there?
Well, it was a little windy a couple of days ago, but now the weather is pretty good, around 70 degrees,
All right, good deal. All right, now I got another. Somebody just popped in on the screen. I don't know who it is. Let's see who this is. Oh, I got to introduce my brother from another mother. He's sitting in as well. He probably just finished eating dinner with his lovely wife. Y'all start clapping for my man, Justin. What up, J-Lo?
Hey!
Our analytics guy. What's going on?
Hey, Jay look like he just came from the barber shop or something. What you doing, man? Look, walking through the dock again. Be them bust that big toe up.
No.
You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, look. Now, normally, this is the panel, but I got a special treat for y'all tonight. I gotta go back up a little bit. I got a special treat for y'all tonight, and this is gonna make the show. This is my partner in crime too. He's from the 757 right now. He's hanging out in DC, and yes, he is a Washington football team fan. Because I told y'all it's the People Show. So all you got to do is hit me up and say, you know what, I want to come on the show and talk sports. So we're gonna welcome him like family. Even though he got this, you'll see for yourself.
Oh, Lord.
What up, Rodney? What up? This is my man, Rodney Johnson. What up, Rod? How you doing? How you doing, brother? Just don't hide. Don't hide. Can't nothing hide that ugliness. We can see it from here. How you feeling? If the look on your face could tell me how you feeling, you look like you in third or fourth place.
Fourth place. We're not even in fourth place. And there's only 4 teams in the conference.
You're in fifth place.
Not even in fifth place. We're in last place.
Okay, well, they are the Giants now. They are the Giants, so you ain't actually in last. So I got
to barely beat the Giants.
Well, actually, the Giants beat themselves with offside. It was an offside that wasn't an offside. But right now, we ain't even here to talk about you. If you ain't in first place, silence. I need silence, my friend. Okay. First of all, we're gonna talk about coming off the week. The Dallas Cowboys have won 4 in a row. And I want to see what my panel has to say about that. Now, when we get to you, Rodney, you can tell me anything you want to tell me about your team. Okay, Rodney, we've won 4. Rodney Jones, baby. Talk to the other Rodney. Rodney, we've won 4 games in a row. We sit on top of the NFC East by 2 games early in the season. And we have the Patriots coming up this week before we go into our bye. How are you feeling right now about the status of the state of the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm feeling great about the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. We're balanced on offense. The defense is playing good. Can improve, but they're playing good. From last year, even though we was throwing for 400 yards, in the first 4 or 5 games that we had Dak, we were turning the ball over a lot. We cut down on the turnovers. We're very balanced in the pass and the run. We're creating turnovers, and we're playing as a team. Right, and right. I'm feeling pretty good going into the bye week.
And how are you feeling right now, Mo?
I am exactly where I was hoping we would be before the season started. I said if we could get to the bye at least 4-2, I would be okay. So now I just need them to just keep it going, focus on getting this win Sunday. Because if you think about it, we almost beat Tampa. And the Patriots should have beat Tampa. So we, in my eyes, we need to beat the Patriots Sunday. So hopefully that happens. But even if it doesn't, we still sitting pretty.
Good deal. Before we go to Justin, Keith Coggins says 1 game at a time, fam. I didn't hear anybody say anything else other than the Patriots game coming up. We're talking about post games that we've already played. So I just want to let Keith know we are talking 1 game at a time. However, if we were to talk all of them, we aren't dictating anything. A sports talk show, we're not playing any of the games. So we can talk about the next game, the bye week, the week after the bye,
the Super Bowl,
right?
Next year's Super Bowl.
And the reason I brought that up because sometimes when we talk sports, a lot of people always say they want to tell people what we should and should not talk about in 1 game at a time. If you're a fan, you can talk about all the games. You know why? Because you ain't playing in any one of them. You don't have any of the game planning. You ain't inside the huddle. You ain't in the building. And whatever you say about the team is not going to affect the outcome on Sunday. The best team will win. I just happen to think the Dallas Cowboys might be the best team. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. And now, Justin, how do you feel about the Cowboys through week 5?
Well, through week 5, I like my season ended at week 5 last year when Dak went down. I kind of look at the season like I like my ice cream. You got your nice bowl of ice cream with vanilla in it, or French vanilla if you're bougie, and at that point you look at the ice cream, you say it looks good, but it's missing something. Ooh. So now everything that we do this point going forward, now that we are 4-1, is like your fudge on the ice cream, your sprinkles, your M&Ms, your waffle cone chunks. It just adds flavor to it. So they've exceeded my expectations through 5 games, and I'm, anything extra going forward, I'm happy with.
Okay, good deal.
I like that perspective, Justin.
And since we have a distinguished guest, Rodney, how are you feeling about the season thus far? Your season. Do you have anything to say? I'm on another call, y'all. I'll be right back. Do you have anything to say, Rodney? So you don't have anything to say?
I got a lot to say.
So we brought you on the show. I don't care what you say, but you're going to either add some content.
This is what I want to say first.
Okay. All right. We're listening.
I'm glad Dak is back.
Right.
I'm very happy. I am happy for him. I'm not happy for the team, but I'm happy for Dak. I'm glad he got paid because he deserved every dime. Maybe he needs more. But I want to put this disclaimer here.
Put it out there.
Going to choke in December like you always do. Just want to say that. Now, but this team that I got.
Hold up. Let me just chime in for a second. That's why we brought you on, Rodney. Because you said we're gonna choke in December like we always do. Okay. Now, just FYI, y'all ain't won nothing since 82, 81, 82. So y'all been choking too. And just FYI, y'all are the defending NFC East champs, and y'all already 2 games back, and your defense sucks.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me that.
Okay, so you on here just you hoping and wishing right now. You hoping we fizzle at the end of the year.
They are a 7-9 division champion.
Right.
Let's be clear.
We all sucked last year.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that. But look, enough with the who's gonna win.
Okay.
We know we're not gonna win. We got too much news media. We got too much problems.
News media ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, they do.
No, what's got something to do with this is y'all not performing.
Oh, that's why we're not performing.
Okay. Well, we ain't have no pity party for you on here. You know that, right?
I don't want y'all to have no pity party.
All right, we're gonna have to go to something next, right? Because you done just absorbed your little minute with a little pity party. So I want you to sit there and I want you to pout for everybody that's on here. You wanted to come on here, but you ain't saying nothing. And also, while you sitting there thinking, y'all play the Chiefs this week. Now, how you like that, buddy? You're getting another L. You're probably getting blown out in your home. I should ride up there this week. To watch
we know the ticket is buy one get one free.
Man, they told me for $75 I can come down on the field and call 2 plays. Hey, look, we gotta talk about my Cowboys, man. We gotta talk about the NFC East. We run the East, man. Best quarterback, the best quarterback in the NFC East, and maybe the NFL is Dak Prescott. And all I'm saying right now is for anybody here, you got 30 seconds to prove me wrong. So when I turn it over to you by name, tell me what you think about Dak Prescott. He's the best quarterback, MVP candidate, comeback player of the year candidate. He's that guy. What do you think, Monique?
Well, after all he's been through, going way back from losing his mom and then being drafted in the 4th round, had a pretty good rookie season, and just seeing him shed those tears when he got hurt last year just broke my heart for him. So I'm super happy for him, like Rodney says, as a person. And even after injury, he bet on himself. And he got what he has earned. He's earned it. He deserves it. So I'm good. I'm happy for him. He's awesome.
All right. Now, the question was, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Prove me wrong. So, and you told me his story, but you could have added to that. Tell me why you feel he might be the best quarterback in the NFL. Not through his injury, not through his trials and tribulations, but his play. 30 seconds. Give me something about that.
When you watch him play, well, the biggest reason is that if he gets a play called into him that he does not like or he knows is wrong, he will audible right out of it.
Right.
He is not afraid to do what he feels is right in the moment, even if that includes him having to be mobile and run.
Okay. Good deal.
So I think that he is good in that respect. A lot of quarterbacks will just go with the flow and go with whatever is called in here. But
he's a leader.
Can just tell. Exactly.
He's a leader.
Exactly.
And the team actually, his best attribute is the team actually plays hard for him. What you got, Justin?
I just say right now, like he is the best player, best quarterback right now in the league right now. Some would say Lamar Jackson, but from what I've seen,
Lamar had one good game, and they want to crown him.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I said
no. I'm just telling. We're talking in general. I'm just saying Lamar had one good game.
from an overall team standpoint, because the game of football is a team sport.
That's right.
And it's, do you make your players better around you? You have Tony Pollard and Zeke that are in the top 10 for rushing. You have 2 running backs that could finish the season with 1,000 yards rushing. You have 3 receivers that could be 1,000 yards receivers. And one of those receivers is a receiver that shouldn't even be starting. But, injuries, next man up. So he's doing this without his starting right tackle. And he's still putting up numbers. And they said that he's right now he's 8-1 at home. I mean, you can't argue.
I got you. What you got, Rodney?
Okay, I hate to say this, I really do, but he is the best because of your offensive line that protects him. You got one of the best. Damn, this bad words. One of the best offensive lines in the league. I hate to say that.
Right.
They're going to protect him. Y'all just got the best offensive line for what I've seen so far.
Okay, Rodney.
I'm gonna take you off the hook. He know how to read the defense.
Okay, but I'm gonna take you off the hook. So when I ask about a player or players on the Cowboys, I need you to tell me about that same position on the Redskins. So how do you feel about your quarterback? Anybody got a Heineken?
Heineken 0?
Well, yeah, let me get one of those. How do you feel about your quarterback, though, Rodney? 30 seconds. Let me know how you feel about your quarterback play.
I like Heineken. He's from ODU down here from where I live at.
That's right around the corner.
And the only problem I have with him, he don't take his time. He don't read the defense very well.
He's young. He's
young, and of course, quarterbacks with they come to die on our team.
Well, you spoke facts right there.
Yeah, they come to die on our team. They're not going to develop him. They already talking about looking for another quarterback already. If they take the time and develop this man, he will be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
I think
probably
one of y'all,
better than Dak.
I think one of y'all biggest problems. Now, see, you're going too far right there.
Now,
bro.
come on now. Stop it right now.
But I think the biggest problem with you guys and Heineke, he don't fit for you right now. See, you got a defense that's supposedly ready to win right now. So you need a quarterback that's ready to lead the team to victory right now. And with Heineke, you have a project quarterback who needs some time to groom. So I don't know what you guys gonna do. It really ain't my problem. God bless you. Hey, Rodney, how do you feel about Dak Prescott?
How I feel about Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
It's certain people, certain athletes, Hall of Famers that just have that it in them. It's just in their DNA. They're just great. And Dak is one of those quarterbacks, like you said earlier, that he makes his teammates around him better, and they play hard for him. And he's been consistent throughout the ridicule, throughout the bad media. He's definitely been one of the most ridiculed QBs in the league in the last 5 years. Okay. He's continued to get better year after year. Come in, did his job. Now it's time for it. Now it's his team, and he's going to lead us.
Okay. Evelyn, Cowboy Laker Lindsay says, yes, he's the best quarterback. He's humble. He knows football, and he's not afraid to lead the Cowboys. You're absolutely right, Evelyn. He's not afraid to lead. He checks at the line of scrimmage, and he puts us in position to win. And he's surrounded by talent, and we're using it. Tyrone Rugged Dyer says, Falcons rise up. The only comment I got to that, you got to rise up when you're at the bottom. I mean, when you're at the bottom, there ain't nowhere else to go. The only thing that the Falcons have been doing is wasting good talent. Because at one point, the Falcons wide receiver core was equal to, if not better than the Dallas Cowboys. And Matt Ryan just let it go to waste. So, all right, we're gonna move on to the next subject. And Justin spoke on it briefly. Pollard and Zeke are on pace both to rush for 1,000 yards. But the part that I want to talk about is, I thought somebody said we had a running back controversy. Did somebody say we had a running back controversy? I don't see no running back controversy. Zeke is RB1, as I've said from day one, and Pollard is a great RB2, and they make one HELL of a duo 1-2 punch. 30 seconds each panel person. Rodney, you can talk about your running backs. How do you guys feel about our running back situation with Pollard and Zeke? I'm gonna let Justin go first on this one.
Honestly, I love it. Thunder and Lightning. I'm a historian guy, so we've always had two good running backs. DeMarco Murray with Julius Jones, Marion Barber,
and Julius Randle.
Julius Randle as well.
Right.
You always had, even Emmett split carries later in his career. So I mean, we've always had a running back duo. Zeke didn't need one early on, but as Zeke is getting older and having more carries, it's more important to preserve him. I like the Thunder and Lightning duo. I think it's great for our team, and it adds a different dynamic and a new wrinkle to our offense.
Also, Caesar Brooks is on, and he says, "Why is the no-name team on here?" This is We Talk Sports, Caesar. It's for everybody. It's open to every team and every sport in the league. So we're just talking sports now because we're Dallas Cowboy fans and we're right in the middle of football season. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys mostly. I mean, that's just what we love. You understand? So he's welcome on the show, and all other teams are welcome as well. But I got that same question, and we're going to Rodney Jones Bay. How do you feel about that? Zeke Pollard on the team.
I feel great about it. Great dynamic duo. It actually is helping the offense flow better. You know what I'm saying? And it expels Zeke whenever he needs a break. Like Justin said, it definitely preserves him. So when we get later into the season, into the playoffs, Zeke is more fresher, and we can run teams over.
Exactly.
Another
element it adds to the game as well. It makes the defense have to think more because they both bring something different to the table. So you got to prepare for two basically first string running backs. Monique, how do you feel about that?
Well, you kind of just said what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
They complement each other so well because they're two different types of runners. And It seems, I don't know how much of it is Kellen Moore and how much of it is McCarthy, but they seem to be managing the two well. It seems like they put in whatever the defense is dictating to them. Right. Like Pollard seems to run faster and can get to the outside faster.
More explosive.
To me, seems like he like to go right up your gut, if that makes sense.
I got you.
So they complement each other because they're so different. That's what I like. They're not two of the same. You can have two running backs, but if they both the same, you may as well just have one. So
right. Based on your offensive philosophy, yeah. But these two guys are kind of like some people think that Zeke is not multidimensional, but he really is. He can catch it and he can run it between the tackles. He can go outside and he can hit the home run, But Pollard is a lighter back. He's a scat back. He's more he has a bigger burst, and he averages 6.4 yards a carry right now. So he's doing his thing, but he got to understand, there's hierarchy to this thing, Before I go to Rodney at the bottom, John McCauley says, since coming into the league, Dak has been ridiculed by the media. Tony Romo Dak came out of the gate slinging in 2016. You're absolutely right, brother. Dak been slinging that thing, and he's been winning ever since he came into the league. We'll get another custom comment from the section. Leland says the best duo we've had in years. So when the run game is on, Kellen really opens up the playbook. I'm loving it. They being competitive with each other, which is bringing out the best in each other. Hey, kudos, man. Great comment. Yeah. The White says, I love the Dallas Cowboys, and they're only America's team. Now, Rodney Jones, since we got you on here, you got running backs on your team. Anything you want to say about them?
You talking about Heineke?
No, I said your running backs, not your quarterback.
You talking about Heineke?
I don't care who you talk about.
He said that's his answer. He said Heineke is the runner.
I understand that, but that's all he's saying. So, are you with us or engaging, or should we move on to the next topic?
No, you asked me about a running back. I said Heineke.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next question. Because I can play that game, Rodney. If you're gonna act like you're in last place, I'm gonna treat you like you're in last place. Just sit there in last place.
Hey, I'm not acting like we're in last place. We are.
Well, just no more questions. Just sit there so we can talk about you. All right, then. We asked you to come on the show. show to, participate and be involved. You in your feelings. I got a song for you since you're in your feelings. Feelings.
Oh my
That's
God.
nothing more than feelings. Man, go ahead. All right. So look, there's been talk around the NFL. I don't know how I get into all these cowboy groups, but I'm in a lot of them. And I hear the craziest stuff ever, man. And it's about trading Michael Gallup. Some people think that, we're so good on offense that we need to get rid of or trade Michael Gallup, man. And even though Cedric Wilson, I like Cedric Wilson. You guys know I told you from day one, keep Cedric Wilson. And I even like Noah Brown, even though Justin, we go back and forth on the Noah Brown. I like our receivers because there's, like as I said before, there's a hierarchy to this thing. The only problem I had with wide receivers is determining which one that I like at one. I got Cooper one. I do. I'm going to keep Cooper at one. I got CD at 2. I got Gallup at 3. I got Cedric Wilson at 4. And I got Noah Brown at 5. That's my hierarchy. And when Gallup went down, man, Cedric Wilson came in that thing. And when I tell y'all all he do is ball, woo.
Ball.
Woo. I tell you all every catch he has made has been almost every catch that Cedric Wilson has made is almost made for TV, in my opinion. So tell me, guys, how do you feel about our wide receiver room and the trade rumors about Gallup? And we're gonna let Monique go first on this one.
I would. Well, first, before injury, we all know we loved Michael Gallup and his play, but we have so much talent on the team that it's impossible to say you like one more than the other. Maybe not for some, like you said, Cooper's at 1, and then you have CD. So you hope for the best. You hope that they all achieve, the end goal to win the championship, get as many yards as they can. But then you start thinking like, wow, I hope we're able to keep him. And if we're not able to keep him, then that's when people start saying, okay, well, maybe we can trade him while we can get something for him. But I don't like to hear that kind of talk while the season is in progress, if that makes sense.
Right. But like, even if you trade someone, that's not a bad thing. The point that I was making up and bringing up the issues about the trade is our offense is efficient. Even before Gallup got hurt, everybody played their role. Rodney, your boom mic is making a lot of noise. I don't know what you're doing on that desk over there, but it's like boom, 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 and I can hear it all. Right. So I just think that there is a hierarchy to the wide receiver room.
Right.
Dak's first read is either going to be Cooper or CD Lamb, straight up. Gallup, when he's in the game, he's that backside deep threat. That's why his average per catch is usually up. So there is a hierarchy, and we already know Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson, they pull up the rear. So there is a hierarchy. So how do you feel about that, Justin? He's shaking his head.
My hierarchy goes like this. I'm going with number 1, Cedarian Lamb, a.k.a. CD Lamb.
Okay.
Number 2, Amari Cooper. 3, Michael Gallup. 4, Cedric Wilson. And at 5, my dark horse, the rookie from Stanford.
What's his stats? Tell me his stats. So since he's your dark horse, I need some stats. Something to prove me that he's a dark horse. To me, he's not going to get any time with those 5 in front of him. He can't be the dark horse, Justin.
He can't get on the field because Noah Brown taking his shine.
I rest my case.
I don't like Noah Brown, so I want Noah Brown cut. But we go back and forth. But it's all good.
Now John says Cedric Wilson has won him over. Hey, look, man, don't get me wrong. Cedric Wilson will go to some other team and be a superstar.
But to answer your question about Gallup, contractually, it's similar to Byron Jones. A couple years ago,
right.
there was talk about trading Byron Jones during the season, and a lot of people kind of have looked at that saying, you know, if we would have traded Byron Jones, we could have got something for him instead of him walking out for free.
You got any any trade partners?
No, we didn't.
I'm talking about right now for Gallup. Do you have any trade partners on an injured player? See, that's what
people.
No,
you don't. You won't.
That's my point. So at this point, a trade is pretty much out of the question. We got to get him back on the field and healthy, and proven that he's back up to speed before you can even consider trading him. Then you got to beat the trade deadline.
When is he due to come back? The week after the bye?
The week after the bye.
Correct. Yeah. So we got to get him back up to speed, but to get what we want to go, we need everybody. You know. So what do you think, Rodney? Up top.
Okay, I think I've got Amari Cooper at 1, CeeDee Lamb at 2. I got 3A, 3B because they're interchangeable. Michael Gallup is a big dog playmaker, and Cedric Wilson as well, and then Noah Brown because he's putting that work in. He's one of those guys that's going to catch a random third down that we're going to need.
So would you agree that we like our wide receiver room the way it is? And
it also is illegal to trade an injured player.
I know that's right.
If we were going to trade Michael Gallup, it should have been before the season. Now, I want to keep him so we can get healthy.
I'm with LaJuan. LaJuan, I'm with you. No need for trades. But the reason we brought up the trade rumor, because any Cowboy group you go in, it's a topic. That's why I brought it up. I don't want him traded. I love him. You know, so okay. So
no need, to trade them so we can have multiple playmakers, have a deep run in the playoffs, and then deal with it, in the offseason. We can also place a second round tender on him if we wanted to, and then a team has to match or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, we're talking, right? And that's what I wanted people to hear. I didn't want to be the one to say everything, but my point is we can't keep wanting to trade people. Hey, we put
what do we want to get?
Exactly. All right.
What's his value?
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna let Rodney Johnson, the Redskin fan. Now you guys do have a one wide receiver that I do like. I think his name is McLaurin.
Yeah,
McLaurin. Is it? Which one is it, Rodney?
McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Yeah. Now he's a baller. I like him, and I can't wait to see him and Diggs match up against each other, man. That's gonna be an awesome matchup. But the difference is pick 6 because Ken Heineke get him the ball. I don't think he, it's gonna be a good matchup.
Well, the problem with that I see right now with that matchup right now is our offensive line.
Okay.
Which we don't have.
Okay. So y'all busted up all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't y'all been busted up since 91?
Yeah, they pretty much have.
Yeah, man. That's not right.
It is, but it is what it is, though. It is what it is, man. So right now, you do know you living in the age of the Cowboy Nation, right? You know that, right?
Until December.
What's gonna happen in December?
We're gonna win.
Okay. What are we betting this year, Rodney? Because we know we.
Oh my God! I knew you was gonna come up with that.
Exactly. I want to get in it too. What's going on?
So are we doing the same bet, Rodney?
So far, every bet I have with you, I lost.
Exactly.
I have to admit that.
He's lost every bet with me, and what we bet every year, me and Rodney, whoever loses has to put the other team's gear on, and we gotta go, and we go live. And to this day, thank you, Lord, football gods. I haven't had to put the that whatever that color is, I haven't had to put it on yet. Now I do know one day it's gonna happen, but it ain't gonna happen.
Well, you were supposed to put it on, but I reneged on it.
Yeah, I did lose one, and he never came to pay up. You remember the game we went to, Rodney, when it hit the
field goal missed. It hit the goalpost. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Another person talking about you will put it on this year. All I got to say, Brian Keaton, you my boy, right? You my boy. I love you to death, man. Where your mama pocketbook at? I want big money. I don't want your money. I want your mama pocketbook. The one she carried to church on the Sunday. That's the pocketbook I want to get into.
Can I throw a stat that's interesting?
You got to Yeah, throw it.
Since everybody believes we're gonna lose to Washington, we in week 5, right? Week 6, right?
Right.
Trace Young got 1 sack.
Yeah. What is Rodney? Rodney going? Look. Everybody watch Rodney. I'm gonna put him on. Hold up.
Yo, this is third jersey. Hey,
Hey, this is a family show, Rodney. This is a family show.
What is he doing?
I think he's putting on another jersey. It's like his third jersey. His third jersey change.
This makes stuff interesting right here. He done went behind this closet of somebody in somebody else's house with a Lasco fan.
Lord have mercy. That's not gonna help you.
What you doing, Rodney? What jersey is that?
23.
Who is that? D'Angelo Hall.
Right.
Man, we don't like D'Angelo. Man, he
hey, does that jersey come with a toaster?
Hey, look.
There you go.
In the comments, they saying, "Po fella, is he changing clothes? CJ need mama money." It's oh man,
he need a GoFundMe.
I got a question out there out the chat, man. It says, "How can we have depth if we consistently talk about trading players?" I mean, look how we playing without some major keys, and we haven't lost a step. Great comment, Leland. And see, Leland, this is what a lot of people don't understand, right? They keep talking about the Cowboys and how bad our defense is. We got 4 or 5 pieces coming back on defense. We got 4 or 5 pieces coming back that are going to be impact players, and this is not even our full team. So it's going to be real interesting, the depth that we're adding now, and then the players that we're going to get back. See, and like all the sports commentators, man, and mostly they're former players. Do you see how they hate on the Dallas Cowboys consistently?
All the time.
Consistently. Before Lamar Jackson had that Monday night game, he couldn't throw down the field. Nope. He had one good game, and all of a sudden, he does the most for his team. It just burns me up, man. It just burns me. But I tell you what,
crown Kyler Murray.
Oh my goodness. And we're gonna get some of that. Kyler Murray is playing well right now. Also, I want to thank everybody that came on the show tonight, whether you're in the audience or you're on the panel. It's the People Show. You can be on the show as well. Normally we put a link in the comments where you can come on the show, man. Hit me up. We want fresh faces on the panel each week, each Wednesday night. We need LaJuan, we need John, we need Leland, we need Regina, we need Dory.
I know he's not going to change again.
We need Diane. We need all of you guys to come back. This show is about all of us. We appreciate your input. We want your input. So just hit me up when you're free and you're just like, "Hey, CJ, are you on next Wednesday night? Come on the show with us." Okay. So
there's something else a lot of those sports analysts say. Well, who is Dallas played? They haven't played anybody. Their schedule is easy. Well, last time I checked, you played the hand that's dealt to you. This is the schedule. We play who's in front.
I want to know how our schedule. 1 second. I want to know how our schedule is weak. We played the defending world champions.
Exactly.
We played a 4-1 Los Angeles Chargers, and they talking about their quarterback is the MVP. Also, we played an undefeated Panthers team at the time. How is our schedule?
Don't forget, Carolina had the #1 rush defense coming into that game.
But it is what it
Busted
is.
Them up.
CJ, but guess what great teams do? They dominate the person in front of them.
I got you. You beat the teams you're supposed to win, and you fight and solve the ones that are 50-50 games. Like
1 week at a time.
Exactly. Also, speaking of 1 week at a time, look, we're on week 6. We got the New England Patriots in about 60 seconds each, man. Tell me what your expectation are going into the Patriots game and how you would like to see this thing unfold. Also, Belichick's gonna be a factor. You can add a little bit of in if you like about that. We'll let Monique start this one up. We're going into week 6, Monique. We got the call themselves wannabe America's team, Bill Belichick and the Tom Brady-less Patriots. How do you see this game going, and what would you like to see on Sunday?
I would like to see 2 things. The first thing I would like to see is McCarthy show me better decision making and clock and time management. And I would also like to see the team as a whole come out with a little bit more energy than we did this past Sunday. I felt like this past Sunday, it was a little shaky and a little lackluster, but halftime we came out better. And then once we attained that energy that's had us on this 4-week winning streak, I want it to stay throughout the whole game. If we have our foot on their neck, I hate to be violent, but snap it in half. Keep going. Like, don't be complacent if we have a big lead.
I got you. Here's one thing I want to tell you about that. Okay. First of all, with division games, both teams come out on fire. We had a couple miscues. We were moving the ball the whole game. We had a couple miscues early. The Cowboys was on fire. Remember Dak had that fumble?
Yeah.
Down in the red zone. And then we had a miscue on third down that caused us to have to punt the ball as well. But we were moving the balls in between the 20s. We just had another miscue in the red zone. I just think when division games, they're going to be a little bit tighter, but the better team actually won, you know. And whatever you want to call it, Cowboys by 30. We only got 24 this time, so we're gonna have to get that other 6 back on the Patriots this week. How do you see it, Justin? What you got?
My only worry is Hunter Henry and Jonah Smith at the tight end position. We struggle with big body tight ends.
We do.
We've yet to see be in a situation where we've been put in positions where Trevon Diggs and Michael Parsons has had to make a decision whether they're going to commit on a blitz or stay at home and drop in coverage. So this game is a game where they will be forced to make decisions on the fly that can either use their aggressiveness against them, or it can be to our advantage. I still think this is a winnable game for us. Article came out this week saying that the Patriots writer referred to our defense as overhyped. So that's your motivation. If I'm McCarthy, I go in tomorrow morning, I'm like, this article came out. This is your motivation. I don't really need to give you a speech. Here you go.
All right, what you got, Rodney Jones Bay? How you feel?
I think the only way.
Let me read a comment first, Rodney. Doris says she believes that we started slow because Dak was thinking about the injury from a year ago. You know, and that may be true because I think you can say one thing, but it can still be in the back of your mind. I think that he had a little bit of jitters as well, but he overcame that. He even had the guy do the alligator roll on his leg. Did y'all see that during the game?
Yeah,
that was crazy. You know, and I think right now Dak he's got everything back. He's 100%. Now, what were you saying right now? I'm sorry for interrupting.
I think this game against the Patriots is going to be a lot like that Tampa Bay game. We won't really know what we are going to do until we see their defense, and I think it's going to be a lot on Dak, and I trust Dak. So what he sees is what he's going to call. I think that's how we should do it.
And that goes along with Leland. He is. My question is, as we all know, Belichick goes after weaknesses of their opponents. So what would our weakness be that you think he would like to attack on Sunday? I think he's going to attack the running game. And the reason I think he's going to attack the running game is because without the running game, it makes you real one-dimensional.
Like in the Tampa Bay game.
Right. So if you attack the running game and make Dak beat you, which you're going to get beat either way, but to slow us down, I would load the box and attack the running game because, you know, if he doesn't get the ball out, if somebody comes free, it's your only way. But we got this two-headed monster right now. So when you got a two-headed, if you attack the passing game, we're going to dink and dunk you to death. It's over. You don't stand a chance attacking our passing game. Dropping 8, that's not going to work against the Cowboys.
It might work a Tony Pollard game.
So you have to attack the running game. You have to load the box. He has to call some disguised blitzes and try to fool Dak Prescott. So I know he's going to pull out some stops, but they're just not going to work. Mac Jones, Pac-Man Jones, John Bo Jones, Roy Jones Jr., Cowboys by 30. That's just the way. This boy done changed clothes again. Rodney.
Oh, yeah.
Who y'all play this week?
Kansas City.
Who?
Kansas City.
Okay, tell me what you think about your game this week, buddy. Little buddy. Hey, little buddy.
Let's go with your game. Because we ain't gonna have one.
Y'all don't think you're gonna win, Rodney?
No, it's gonna be over after the first quarter.
Man,
look, I don't like the Patriots at all. That's other than the Cowboys. I hate the Patriots. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna see.
Right,
your defense is gonna eat that receivers up. Zach is gonna get at least 100 yards. Running going up the middle. He ain't gonna go to the side. He's gonna go straight up the middle. He's gonna eat them boys up.
Okay. All right. Tim Clement says he's gonna attack the middle. Badass and Williams blitzing up the middle. So that's pretty much like attacking the run game. You know, if you blitzing, you're pretty much putting 8 in the box or whatever the case may be. So that's pretty much consistent with what we were saying. So I don't think we're going to worry about that. You know, Dak will check into the correct blitz pickup and we'll be just fine. Zeke is one of the best backs in the league when it comes to picking up the blitz. So I just think here's what I personally think. Belichick is not who we thought he was. It was more Tom Brady than Bill Belichick. I'm just gonna put it out there. That's what I think. And we're gonna win the game. So enough of that. All right, we about to get out of here, man. I want to thank everybody that came on the show tonight. Monique, Rodney Jones, Bay, Justin, and even Rodney down at the bottom, the Redskin fan, man. I would say I feel sorry for you, but I don't. I don't, you know. But you're welcome back on the show anytime. And that invitation goes out for everybody that's watching, or if you got a friend that knows sports and they want to come on the show as well. It's for everybody. We want to make this show a little bit about everybody, you know. It's not where I talk down to everybody else. It's where you come on here and you tell me what you think, you know. Just like Brian Keaton, I've invited him on the show several times. He's a Washington football team fan. If you want to talk sports with us, you're welcome to join the panel. We would love to have you. Buffy, we need women on the show. LaJuan, we need women on the show. So we need you guys to join us. So we'll be back next week. What's up, Reginald? We'll be back on. Okay, since people are putting scores in the comments, now it's prediction time. Tell me, this is the last thing we're going to do. We're going to get about here. What's your score prediction for the game next week? Okay. Tim Clement says 34-19 Dallas. Now I'm going to ask my panel, what do you guys think? Justin, what kind of score you got on this game?
I got us handing out another 40-piece like we KFC.
And that's what Dory just put on the screen, 43-17. Ruth says 28-21 Dallas. I like that. Okay. Tisha says, Tisha, we need more women on the show. Thank you. She says 36-20 Dallas. Okay, cool. Monique, what you got?
42-20, and I say both our tight ends score a touchdown.
I like that.
Or one of them gonna score 2.
Okay, good deal. Buffy says 41-24. Richard says 43-17. LaJuan says 21-30. Okay, I see y'all. Rodney Jones Bay, what did you say? A 40 piece?
I got 30-13.
30-13. Evelyn says 42-24. Lou says 35-11. Bubba says 42-19. Okay. And Rodney Jones, I mean Rodney Johnson. I know y'all are playing the Chiefs. Any indication what that beating gonna look like? LaJuan says Cowboys win. Bubba says 42-19.
Cowboys 24-16.
Okay. I got Cowboys 28 to 10. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna score in the 30s this week. I think Belichick does come up with a plan to give us everything inside the 20s. We'll have a lot of yards, but they won't equate to points because the guy does know he does know football. So it's gonna be a good week going into the bye week, regardless. We just want 5 in a row, win the next game, man. Hey, look, I'm about to get up out of here. Parting shots, last words. Monique, what's your last word? What do you want the people to know about your beloved Dallas Cowboys before you leave this week? Let me put you on the big screen.
Well, you touched on it already. So the only thing I have to say is Mac Jones, Grace Jones, Cleopatra Jones, Cowboys by 35.
I appreciate you, Monique, and look forward to seeing you next week. All right. I don't know how I got up on there. I really don't. I don't know how I got up on there. Justin, we got you coming up next, man. How do you feel about your beloved Cowboy? Justin, I went in there and got on the sofa bed.
You didn't change gloves himself.
Justin, I need those gloves. Send me the link.
I'm trying to match the dude with the Redskins stuff, changing stuff like him.
Good job, Justin. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Miss Thang Pretty says, she says she wants to get on next week. Just hit me up. You're on. That's just the way it is. Lou March says it would be crazy if it ended 28-17. Ha ha ha. You're absolutely right. It would be crazy. It would be crazy. Lou says I'll be at the game Sunday. Good deal. All right. So, Rodney, did you already speak on it, Rodney?
No.
Okay, well, let me bring you up on the big screen, man. I'm having so much fun.
I got my last parting words is we need to come in 0-0. We off the half in the game. We're playing a good Patriots defense. So we just come in here, do our job, and walk out with a Cowboy victory.
And there it is. And Rodney, this boy done changed clothes again. That's why I bring Rodney on the show, man.
You never know what you're gonna get.
He brings humor and entertainment to the show. Hey, Rodney, I do want to thank you. Leland says I have to get on next week, CJ. I appreciate you, bro. Just hit me up, okay? Everybody wants to get up. Just hit me in my inbox. Hey, Rodney, I want to thank you for coming on the show, my brother. I know it's hard when your team is not winning and just down in the dumps. You thought you had the number.
Hold on, let me say something. We can win, but we have too much internal conflicts within the team, from front office down to the groundskeepers.
Y'all just suck.
Well, can you send me an email about it? Rodney, can you send me an email?
Hey, look, all you gotta do is go to the group.
I need something to be tracked. I need you to send me an email. See, only correspondence I'm dealing with right now is emails.
Don't bring up you better delete your cookies, Rodney. Delete your history.
Exactly. Hey, Rodney, hey, Rodney, where were you in what was it? It's 2021 now. They went back 10 years.
2011.
Where were you in 2010 at 8:00 on a Thursday night? I think y'all was playing the Bears.
Don't forget.
I was in Gaeta, Italy.
Don't forget. Hey, CJ, don't forget they was meeting at Hooters because the co-founder of Hooters was in part of that email.
And Leland says he need to be on America's Got Talent because he's the fastest change I ever see. Now that's talent. Oh man. Hey, look, right. I appreciate y'all, man. I hope everybody that tuned in had fun with the show tonight, man. It's a show for the people, by the people. We all talking sports, man. Whatever team that you rep, keep repping it. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm gonna keep repping these boys. Hey, until next week, man. We'll catch y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We talk sports. Peace.